All right, this is the paleontological mitigation training for the Rancho Cañada project in Carmel Valley, presented by Pacific Paleontology, Wayne Thompson, for Denise Duffy and Associates. This is Carmel Valley looking north from the southern rim at about Holt Road, looking northeast. Here is the Rancho Cañada project location vicinity map for the Palo Corona Park system. We're concerned about this area right up here, the Rancho Cañada segment of the Palo Corona Park. Here are the formations of rock that contain fossils, the Carmelo Formation. It's very, very old, about 55 million years, and it contains reptiles, invertebrates, and trace fossils. It's got a high paleontological sensitivity. The Miocene undivided marine sandstone, including the Vaqueros, Temblor, and Monterey formations. It is Miocene, about 10 to 12 million years old. Has mammals, fish, plants, and invertebrates, and it has a high potential. Pulling out, this is the Monterey Formation, very common in our area, and it is in the project area. It's Miocene, 10 to 12 million years old, high paleontological sensitivity. And finally, the other layer in our area is the Ice Age or Pleistocene, and it has land mammals predominantly, as well as trace fossils of clams, things like mammoths, mastodons, ground sloths, giant bison, camels, and walruses are found in this layer here. Here's a geologic map of the Palo Corona Park system overall, showing the various layers. These purple and pink layers are volcanic, and the layers that are more fossiliferous are right over here in our area that we're dealing with the Rancho Cañada project. Here's a close-up of the Rancho Cañada project geological map. Here are 9 to 12 million year old Miocene rocks, the Monterey Formation. Here are the younger Pleistocene rocks, this gray area right here, Ice Age. And here's the Discovery Center, the parking lot, and the Visitor Center right here. Here are some of the fossils that are found nearby the project. We have a variety of different things. Soft-shelled turtles are the oldest, going back 55 million years. Fish, sharks, seals, and the enigmatic desmostylians. These are like hippos of the ocean. In the Miocene Vaqueros Formation, much more limited as well. We have desmostylians, whales, primitive whales, dolphins, and porpoises. In the Temblor Formation, we have unspecified, unidentified vertebrates. These are the most important ones for our consideration here. We have fish, seals, various types of walruses, horses, ground sloths, camels, bison, mammoth, mastodons, and that sort of thing in the Rancho Cañada project. Here are the two closest fossil localities to the park project. At about 3 miles out, we have the Mammoth Dig Site, which is right here at Schultes Road, where it crosses the Carmel River, and right here in the COD project, sewer restoration project, where there were fish and crabs and various invertebrates found. Here is the project design map from the CEQA analysis. And here is the grading schedule with year 1 right here, or stage 1 right here, I should say, in blue, stage 2 in red, and stage 3 in yellow. Okay, here are the types of rock that you should look out for. Cobbles and gravels are Ice Age, and those are important for finding Ice Age mammals, camels, mammoths, mastodons, horses, and that sort of thing. Here's another picture of those gravels with some of the finer uh, pebbles grading up to gravels right over here. Here is the older Monterey Formation, 10 to 12 million years old or so. These are white to beige shales. Those are found in the project footprint. Also, be on the lookout for Ice Age lake sediments. These are silts and sands, dark brown. These are something that if you find these, if you dig these up, um, be diligent in looking and searching for bones that come out of this particular type of layer. This is what a bone looks like up close after it's been hit by a tractor. It'll be shattered. It'll show the cancellous nature on the inside, the pores. Um, so be on the lookout for this. Mammoths are huge. So this is a scale next to a human. Here is a mammoth femur that was found about 3 miles from the project site in the Carmel River, just upstream. Typically, these mammoth bones tend to float downstream from the project, with the smaller bones ending up further downstream. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were smaller bones distributed down the Carmel River, um, closer to where our project is in the Rancho Cañada footprint. Big bones like femurs, this femur here, as well as the skull and giant tusks, tend to stay upstream a little bit more. So those would probably be closer to the Schulte Bridge, Schulte Road Bridge. And these mammoth femurs can be absolutely gigantic, so they'll be hard to miss. Um, but do be on the lookout for other smaller bones from these giant Ice Age creatures that might show up in the project. Here's a mammoth tusk showing what it looks like after it's been dug up and hit by a tractor. They'll be white and ivory colored. Here's a mammoth tooth showing what it looks like. Mammoths were grazers, so their teeth are flat and they look like a cow's or a horse's tooth. Grazers meaning they spent their life in grassy fields. These teeth can be up to 2 feet long. This tooth right here is about 2 feet long, um, about the length of an arm, an average sized person's arm. Here's a fragment of a mammoth tooth. Mastodons are also found. Mastodons are a little smaller than mammoths, showing the scale here next to a human. They're a little bit smaller, and they lived in different areas. They lived in the grass in the tree area next to streams, and they were browsers. So they stripped the leaves from trees with these cusped teeth right here that you see. Also in the area, ground sloths are known. This is a giant ground sloth. This is what they look like reconstructed. Things like the claws and arm bones might be found. Also in the project area, very commonly are clams and snails and other invertebrates. Here's a clam from the Monterey Formation. This is 9 to 12 million years old. Here's a snail, also from the Monterey Formation. This is the bedrock of the project site. So underneath the Ice Age gravels and pebbles and cobbles and sand, there's going to be this shale rock with these very old clams and snails and seals and desmostylians preserved in them. There's a crab from the Monterey Formation in the Carmel Valley. This is a parasitic crab. It lived on the inside of clamshells. There's another view of these parasitic crabs, Panyxia gallaheri, showing the size. Here's a small bivalve, a clam, also found in the older Monterey Formation, and another clam. These are some of the shapes and the patterns that you're going to see. The sculpture on the shell, the shape of the clam, that will potentially be seen out there. There's scallops also found, as well as fish. This is a fairly good-sized fish that is on exhibit there at the Rancho Cañada Interpretive Center that was found just upstream from the project site. And some more invertebrate mollusks. Also found are plants, tree leaves. Also found in the area are trace fossils. These are borings from clams that were living during the Ice Age that dug down into the solidified rock of the Miocene Monterey Formation and made homes. So they're Ice Age clams digging down into the rock of the Monterey Formation. And here's another view of what those trace fossils look like. Also found in the area are fossil whales. These may or may not be very obvious. So here's a whale vertebra, a centrum without the spines. This is a caudal vertebra from the tail, lacking spines. Here's the pattern that you want to look for. This round, concentric, disc-shaped pattern will be evident on vertebrae that still have the discs attached to them. All right, if suspected fossils are encountered during construction, the construction workers shall immediately halt construction within 50 feet of any potential fossil find and notify the supervisor, project manager, and project paleontologist, Wayne Thompson, of Pacific Paleontology at 831-535-8545, who shall evaluate its significance. Failure to report suspected fossils is a violation of federal, state, and/or local regulations and is punishable by civil and criminal felony and misdemeanor penalties, including fines and/or imprisonment. There is an obligation to protect and preserve artifacts, fossils on federal, state, regional, and local project sites through ordinances. Project personnel have an obligation to protect and preserve scientifically and socially valuable paleontological resources, fossils. Violation of these laws presented above is subject to federal, state, and local felony and misdemeanor prosecution under these laws. What to do if you find a potential fossil? Halt all work and traffic around the area. Rope the area off around the discovery with a 50-foot buffer all around. Immediately contact site supervisor. Immediately contact Wayne Thompson, 831-535-8545. Don't try to move the fossil or locate any of the specimens. If you see a potential fossil, don't pick it up, don't move it, leave it in place. Information will be lost if it's moved. Also, breakage may occur if it is moved as well. Immediately contact Pacific Paleontology. Here's the contact information. I'll give you this on a wallet card that you can keep in your wallet. All right, this has been a presentation by Pacific Paleontology, Wayne Thompson, for Denise Duffy and Associates for the Rancho Cañada project. All right, over and out.